Hello everyone. International Scrapbooking Day. Still the Saturday. I'm on challenge number 3 now for Hey Little Magpie. It's 2 o'clock, so I'm not too bad. I've done 2 pages so far today, following the different challenges. The next challenge is to use a board punches. I only own 1 board punch, so this is a challenge because, yeah, got an idea in my head. I've pulled out some photos and a couple of black and white papers, but I am also going to try and use up all my scraps. So we'll see where we get with this. As I say, this is a wee bit more of a challenge for me. So, let's see how I get on.
Realised, didn't even introduce myself. Hi, I'm Catherine from Inky Finger Cat. Right, so I have got these black and white papers. I am just cutting some strips of them in different widths so that I can then punch them. The idea for this came from this layout, except for I also remember this layout, both of which Sarah Davies had done. So if you think of the inspiration of that first one where she's got all the colours with the black bits and pieces on it, I thought, how about if I do black and white bits and pieces going across with some pops of colour? But I suppose it's that and the other one in terms of using these strips to go across. So it's inspired both of them by Sarah Davies and ones that she has done recently. So even though these weren't scraps, these were cut from complete pieces of the DSP, I'm treating them as if they're scraps by just creating some strips. Obviously I punched all of them, decided I needed a final one there, and then I just tear the edges of each of them, and then I'm going to lay them across, I will kind of keep the top one straight and then the others wonky. Now I'm going to cut up my pictures. So the pictures are from my daughter's 18th birthday. So the last layout I did earlier that day was my daughter's 17th birthday. Skip forward a year, 18th birthday. But I happen to have printed these photos off in black and white, and I thought they would work well with the pops of the colour. And I decided to make a rainbow going down the page. Obviously red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. But it's just about me picking out bits and pieces of scraps so that I can pull in those colours. So I struggle a bit for a purple because I hadn't actually got a scrap of purple. So I did get a piece of paper that was in the Lollipop Box Club kits and pulled off a little bit of that. So now I'm going to stick down, mainly going to stick down all of the black and white first, just to get those down onto the page. And then I'll start working out exactly where I want those colours to go. And you'll see I'm doing this sideways. And the reason I'm doing it sideways is for some reason it was just easier for me. I don't really know why. But I keep bringing in the photos to see where I want the photo to sit on top of these colours. But I'm still not at this point adhering down the photos for a very good reason. And that's because for some reason on this particular day, I was in a sewing mood. Oh, I forgot. I did end up mounting my photos onto the black cardstock, just to give them more of a frame. But yeah, I was in a bit of a sewing mood, and I also decided I wanted some kind of shape that went with these, with them being strips. And so I did contemplate whether I did some die cutting and did die cutting circles or stars or something, but I ended up going and once again grabbing a stitching template, and this had got some hearts on it, so it got 2 different sizes of hearts. Obviously you can't really see what's going on here, but you will once the sewing's been done. But yeah, I'm just choosing so that the hearts are going to connect all of the photographs, and then I've taken some black embroidery thread and I've sewn it. I did most of this off camera because I actually went and sat on the sofa to do it. But there you go, you can see I've got my hearts now. Apologies, my camera for some reason, at some point I've knocked it and it's sort of tilted slightly, so you can't see the bottom of the page at this point. Obviously, there's not much there apart from there is a heart there at that point. But But yeah, I'm now sticking down my photos. The central photo I did put on some foam so it's raised up and got some dimension. Now, those that have seen my videos before know I die cut scraps and keep things in pouches so that they're ready to use, and these hearts are exactly what I needed. Lots of colourful hearts. Hadn't quite got all the colours of the rainbow, so I did end up grabbing some Stampin' Right markers and colouring 3 white ones, but I added to the page colourful hearts and some white hearts. And there was a reason why I did some white hearts onto white. It does sort of seem to make no sense most of the time, but I wanted to do some doodling as well. So this is me adhering the hearts, and I've just kind of scattered them around, obviously kept them within their rainbow order, but I'm just adding them onto the page there. I think next up is the title, yes. So as it's her 18th, I decided to die cut an 18. I did 2 layers of the cardstock so that it was a bit thicker, adds just a bit of dimension. And makes them into stronger kind of embellishments. So this is me sticking them together. And then I decide that the title should be 18 Years of You. So obviously the big focal point is the fact that she's 18, and then it's just a matter of me grabbing some letter stickers, etc. to be able to add that to the layout. These are all kind of little glittery ones in different fonts. I've said previously I have a lot of letter stickers, but I don't really have complete sheets very often, so it's sometimes difficult to get the same font because of to spell out a word. Couldn't even spell out you because of the fact that I didn't have an O in that large foam, and I didn't have the Y and the U in the large velvety one, which is the one that's in the middle, but I think it looks okay. I decide I want to not add very much journaling to this page. I decided that I'd just literally put where we were, which was at Sexy Fish in Manchester, and the fact that it was March 2024. At this point, oh yes, I'm doing my doodly hearts, and they are very doodly. They're a bit scratchy and a bit scruffy, but I think it works with the page. And now I just decide that I'm going to grab a few more of those stickers from the Lollipop Box Club kit. So I'm just going to go through, add on ones that are relevant, things like memories and documented and happy or whatever they are. Can't remember off the top of my head, and I'm not looking at the layout at the moment. And that, I decided, was it done. So I'm really happy with this. So thank you, Sarah, for the inspiration. I mean, it doesn't really look like your pages, but that's where the inspiration came from. And also thanks for the challenge to use that border punch. I would never have dreamed of pulling that out today if it hadn't been for the challenge to use border punches. So I hope you enjoyed. Please do give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment below as to whether you use border punches. Subscribe, and until next time, bye bye.